Samantha has always had a special connection to veterans. Ever since she was a little girl, she'd been surrounded by stories of her father, a Marine who'd returned from war with invisible scars, battling PTSD that was slowly consuming him. She knew how hard it was to return home for those who served, and so supporting veterans became her life's mission. When she opened Riverside Coffee, a cozy cafe near the military base, she knew she was doing more than just selling coffee. She was creating a welcoming space for those who, like her father, were fighting silent battles. It was the kind of place where veterans and their families could relax, where service dogs were treated with respect, and where no one looked askance. One day, during a health inspection, the situation she had been dreading occurred. The inspector, a stern, impersonal man named Mr. Thompson, walked into the cafe with a scowl on his face. With a disapproving look, he pointed at Max, the service dog of one of the regular customers, a war veteran Samantha knew well. James, the veteran, was not just a customer but a friend, someone she knew to be a hero, a Marine who had been awarded the Silver Star for his bravery. Max, her faithful companion, was more than just a dog. He was an essential part of her recovery process. When Mr. Thompson ordered Max removed from the cafe, citing a health code violation, Samantha felt a knot in her chest. She knew this wasn't just about a dog. It was about James's dignity and that of all the veterans who frequented the cafe. Samantha stared at Mr. Thompson, her heart pounding. She knew that if they gave in now, it wouldn't just be a momentary slight, but a blow to the rights of James and all the veterans who needed a place like Riverside Coffee. With a firmness she barely knew she possessed, she stood up and in a controlled voice stated that James's service dog was protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. Max has a right to be here. He's not just a dog, he's an essential tool in James's care, and that's what the law guarantees, she said without hesitation. The inspector looked at her dismissively, as if it were irrelevant, but Samantha's resolve didn't waver. She wouldn't give in, even if it meant losing her job. Mr. Thompson, his face grim and devoid of empathy, ordered her to apologize and threatened to take her to court if the situation was not resolved immediately. But Samantha, feeling the weight of the history she carried with her, the silent struggle of her father and so many other veterans, refused to budge. "I will not apologize for doing the right thing," she said firmly. James's gaze met hers, and he looked at her gratefully, despite the tension that surrounded the moment. The conversation was short, and before she could process it, the district manager arrived on the scene. And without further ado, Samantha was fired on the spot. The humiliation was instantaneous, but she did not regret it. She knew she had done the right thing. The day passed like a series of hard, fast blows. When Samantha left the district manager's office, she felt a little dazed, but also strengthened by the conviction that she had done the right thing. The cafe, the place she had loved so much, felt empty now, as if the soul of the space had been ripped out, but something inside her refused to be shaken. As she packed up her things, one of the customers who had been watching the whole thing quietly approached her. He was visibly agitated, and when he introduced himself, she was surprised to learn that he was married to the commander of the military base. "I filmed the whole thing, Samantha," he said, his tone of voice a mix of concern and determination. "The video will go viral, and things will change. Trust me." She had no idea how much of an impact this moment would have, but she felt a glimmer of hope. Within hours, the video of the argument at the coffee shop spread like wildfire. The reaction on social media was immediate. Veterans, their families, and others who were passionate about the cause began sharing, commenting, and supporting Samantha's fight to do what was right. The outrage wasn't limited to those who knew James or frequented Riverside Coffee, but spread to a wider network, especially among the military community. Within an hour, the video went viral, and Samantha's phone was ringing off the hook. The situation, which seemed hopeless, was about to turn around completely. No one imagined at the time that the video would not only bring justice to Samantha and James, but would also put Riverside Coffee at the center of a movement much larger than anyone could have anticipated. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Soon after, Samantha's phone began ringing off the hook, but it wasn't just the veterans who were supporting her. Among the calls and messages, one stood out. It was from the base commander himself, the husband of the client who had filmed the scene. "Samantha, we need to talk," said the deep, authoritative voice of Colonel James Parker. "The situation here is being handled, and I have a clear message for your former boss." She was stunned, but she knew something big was afoot. The moment she hung up the phone, a series of military cars and jeeps began to pull up in front of Riverside Coffee, and before she could figure out what was happening, an imposing figure stepped out of one of the vehicles. Colonel Parker, accompanied by a team of officers and a group of Marines. He was the kind of person who, just by looking at him, inspired respect. Colonel Parker wasted no time. He strode into the cafe with an air of authority that immediately caught everyone's attention. His presence was immense, and even the Marines around him seemed to revere him. Without saying a word, he addressed Mr. Thompson directly, who was still stunned by the event. "You are reassigned, Thompson," the colonel said, his voice firm and unforgiving. "And so is the district manager. I will make sure you never set foot on a military base or any establishment that supports ours again." The scene was almost cinematic, and the tension in the room disappeared with the swiftness of a well-aimed blow. The colonel then turned to Samantha and looked at her with a firm smile. "You now have a new mission. Let's talk." What happened next was something Samantha had never imagined. Colonel Parker, with a small smile, offered her an opportunity that would change her life. "You are no longer alone in this fight, Samantha," he said, looking her straight in the eye. "The base needs a veterans support program, and you are the right person to lead it." Samantha was shocked. She had never imagined that after being fired, she would have another chance to continue her mission. But now, faced with the colonel's proposal, something inside her woke up. He was not just offering her a job, he was offering her the opportunity to make a difference in an even bigger way. Something she had always dreamed of, but never knew how to achieve. "I want you to help create a training program for service dogs and a rehabilitation program for our veterans," the colonel continued. Samantha accepted without hesitation, knowing that this was the chance she had been waiting for. In the days that followed, Riverside Coffee became a model for how a business can be a force for change in a community. The energy in the cafe changed. James, with Max at his side, and other veterans began to come to the cafe, now with a new purpose: to support each other, backed by a formal outreach program. Samantha began coordinating the Veterans and Service Dog program, providing emotional and practical support to those who needed it most. The cafe, which had already been a place of welcome, now became a symbol of hope and resilience. The support of the military base, led by Colonel Parker, made the program an instant success. More and more veterans, along with their dogs, began to feel welcome. The walls of Riverside Coffee were covered with stories of resilience, of struggles fought and overcome. The impact of the program was profound, not only for the veterans, but for the entire community around them. The walls of Riverside Coffee were now covered with stories of resilience and friendship. James and Max were central figures, often accompanied by other veterans who came with their dogs, seeking comfort and understanding. Samantha, with the support of the base, had transformed the space into a space of healing. She organized events, lectures, and even training for service dogs, all aimed at supporting those who, like James, had given their lives for their country and were now facing immense challenges. The cafe, which had once been just a meeting place, was now a living symbol of resilience, recovery, and acceptance. Samantha looked around the cafe and felt a sense of satisfaction. She proudly kept her father's photo in a special corner, with a sign next to it that read, "All who served are welcome to or for paws." It was her tribute to all the veterans who, like her father, had their own battles to fight. She knew the road would not be easy, but each day, as she looked at the veterans gathering at her cafe, their dogs by their sides, she felt like she was exactly where she was meant to be. Riverside Coffee was now not just a place that served coffee, but a haven, a place where veterans and their families could find not only comfort, but a new beginning. The transformation of Riverside Coffee was something few could have predicted. What was once just an ordinary coffee shop was now the heart of a community of veterans and their service dogs. Word spread quickly and other veterans began to arrive, many with stories similar to James's, stories of struggle, pain, and resilience. The sense of belonging and acceptance that Samantha had created was palpable. Veterans from all over felt comfortable sharing their experiences and supporting one another. For Samantha, each new face that walked through the doors of the coffee shop was a small victory, a reminder that her decision to face this difficult situation had paid off. She had created something that not only helped heal the wounds, but also gave her the strength to move forward. The Veterans and Service Dog program flourished, and Riverside Coffee became a model of support and respect for veterans, a beacon of how a business can be more than just a place to work, but an extension of a larger mission. James and Max continued to frequent the coffee shop, now joined by other veterans, creating an environment where friendship and understanding were the foundation of everything. Samantha knew the road ahead would still be challenging, but looking at the photo of her father and the smiles of James and the other veterans, she felt like she had found her purpose. Riverside Coffee was not just a coffee shop, it was a home, a refuge, a symbol of struggle and resilience, where all who had served were welcome, no matter how many paws they had.